And one more thing is that this is very risky. This is genuinely risky. It's very similar to mortification, but prolonged one. It's just like a stress with the contain like a. I'm still looking at my shit. It still feels like a stress contained with a prolonged stress contained with the modification, multiple modifications, and that modification leads to some progress. So modification is the key. If you want to heal PTSD, you have to modify it. If you want to heal your separation trauma, you have to mortify it and have some information about it. If you want to know how to manage your emotions, you have to learn about it. So there's no way to like fully heal. There's no magic pill and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But to really become somewhat adequate with your shit, and maybe it was in a crash out the whole time and things like that, you could really just attempt some therapy for anxiety, and so to try to heal your, not heal, to maintain your character and identity, you have to maintain your you have to heal your secondary disorders like anxiety and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it not necessarily means that you're a different person. Don't get me wrong, but you still have some issues in terms of your inner structure is the same, but the triggers could be the secondary conditions. That could be the real big triggers. And on top of it, if you don't separate it, if you never grew from you never grew from narcissistic abuse thing, you never developed enough, never not much time left for you to remember yourself from and grow from 2 years old, emotionally and cognitively and functionally. It won't happen like a magic pill, but if you try to do that, so it could help. If you, I'm not trying to, I mean, if you made it to a point where you're adequate enough, you could try attend therapy for secondary disorders, and like anxiety, PTSD, depression, if you have some. Then you can work on your separation trauma, and then you can work on your to gain autonomy, on top of it. If you just you live with your parents, or you live with somebody, and it feels like more serious. Or for right now, I'm experiencing this, like I'm feeling more strength in terms of more autonomy and less stress. We can't really fully say if the stress is just externalized and that's it, what was accumulated externalized, but it's just different kind of feeling. It's not stress, it's just like more strength in terms of more some insight about your position right now. So I'm standing right now, and I understand fully what I'm aware of, what I'm capable of, and not even that, and I even know that, capable in terms of who you are. So how strong you are, who are you, what you're doing right now, what you're doing with your life. It's not the feeling is not disorienting. At first it was like at some second month mark when I just moved. Now second one, I'm gonna say when I just moved and they did this whole thing, I kind of disoriented. In like 2 weeks I started to get better, but I didn't know like these things. It's insane. It's just insane. And yeah, it feels like coming out of a sect. It feels like you just released from a fucking sect. Yeah, that's what it is. I got fucking bad-hearted at first, but I never understood that the sect is my whole fucking paranoid ideation, bro. The sect was my paranoid ideation about my surroundings and about myself. So I was like falsely thinking about myself, like positioning myself against people. That's how it was, but unfortunately we can't really we have to put people aside, bro. Yeah, we have to put people aside from that. If you know that who you're talking to and they never attend therapy, I'm not saying that, but you have to stay away from them now. it's just very, very risky because I understand why I was in the first place so fucking fluid with introjects, you know. And they never work on that. This therapy never works on introjects. It just works on secondary. It's on secondary disorders, you know, like the, you know, like your like I don't know how to even put it in words, like visual things, visual or just complementary to your psyche. So there's a core features like separation trauma and like a real paranoid ideation about somebody, egocentric view of your world, but there's some still kind of complementary things like, you know, your tics and shit like that. And OCD too. OCD on top, bro. Yeah, it was insane. It's OCD on top as well, bro. So in my case, I got OCD, autism, high functioning, and covert BPD. So my covert BPD core never gone. It never gone. It's never gone. But it make you more grandiose in a sense. It brings you back some narcissistic defenses when you're mortified. But at the same time, it kind of canceling the like kind of work on your narcissistic defenses when you just started to think about, oh, I'm paranoid, so that's not me. That's not, like, you know what I'm saying? The alloplastic defense and shit like that, or I don't know how to put it, like this defenses, narcissistic defenses. Then you understand that. But the layer of being covert BPD, like this layer of inner structure, you know, more like kind of, you know, strong, you know what I'm saying? It's not like classic BPD. If you got this layer of a structure, it's still, you can't do nothing about it, you know what I'm saying? If you got the layer of, so that's you really, can't do nothing about it. But in case of separation and things like I said, yeah, I mean, now I'm just thinking about this whole thing. It's just insane, bro. To heal PTSD, it's just insane. It's not even PTSD, it's a complex PTSD. And in a sense, borderline is PTSD. So, you know, he never fully heals it. It never really fully heals your borderline because it's as well as mood disorder, you know. But in a sense, it was centered around separation and individuation. Yeah. In a sense, it was like that. But it kind of helps, I don't know. There's still some introjects that you need to work on, but there's introjects. So see, like your layer of emotionality is still present. So your layer of how you think and layer of your thought process, not even that, I mean, it's still present. But the separation trauma that was first in the first place, it could uplift your, I think it could uplift your attachment wounds as well. You know what I'm saying? But I already know about it, but to re-traumatize and experience this thing again, yeah, it really helps to gain, not even insight, it calms down your BPD. It calms it down in the sense of if you analyze it and internalize it, and you actually see if that's how you react, that's how you actually fucking, I'm gonna say, grow out of infantile defense. You know what I'm trying to say? So I never know my parents would do that, bro. And my parents is also cluster B. I never understood that. I mean, money can buy everything, but I never knew somebody can heal. Like, if you heal PTSD, you could heal partially. I think you could heal BPD as well. You know what I'm trying to say? You could heal BPD as well. It makes you more strong as a person, so you feel more mature. That's how I would explain it. Yeah, I think it is, because I'm still rationalizing. That mean I'm not fully healed, but you know what I'm saying, you can't fully heal. Is in terms of just gain that insight about yourself. So it makes you more strong as a person, like more mature. Or maybe it makes you grow out of some state that you was not mature enough. So that's really interesting.